We are on the go with Joe, and today he is grabbing his corkscrew and his crab cracker. He's at the Oregon Convention Center with a look at the Seafood and Wine Festival. Joe, good morning once again.
Yeah, Kim, I have one of those two things you just mentioned. I'm going to hand the corkscrew to Sean Gard with the Portland Seafood and Wine Festival, which gets underway this afternoon. It's Friday and Saturday. As we showed you a little bit earlier, all sorts of great Northwest seafood. It's, of course, Dungeness crab season. We'll show you more of that coming up a little bit later in the show. But then, Sean, you have an illustrious group of judges that judge the over 140 different wines that will be a part of this festival that people can try here. And these were named two of the best. So let's start, first of all, this was named the best white wine of the whole shebang, right?
Yep, Willamette Valley's Pinot Gris, 2016 Pinot Gris, best of whites.
There you go. So that's the Pinot Gris, and Willamette Valley Vineyards, pretty well known. They're down there in Turner. This one right, though, that we're going to unveil, this is the best in show. And you said this was an overwhelming choice by all your judges. Is that right?
It was another year for Reds.
Okay, so let's give a little drum roll here. The best in show for 2020 was Resolute Cellar. So go ahead, pop that bad boy open. I was admitting I'd not heard of these guys. They're actually based in Beaverton. And I live in Beaverton and work in Beaverton. I didn't realize they made wines in Beaverton.
They were there.
So walk me through a little bit about what people like about.
They use tough corks too. I tell you, out there in Beaverton, they want this stuff sealed.
We could have done this off camera, but I had such faith in your cork screwing abilities here.
Well, I think I dulled it on my finger there when I poked my finger through.
Oh! So now what was it that people really loved about this particular wine?
So this thing, it's a Cabernet Sauvignon, and it just is it had a beautiful finish to it. Yeah. It's got a wonderful, even just the aroma. For those of you that like to take your wine and kind of play with it a little bit to begin with.
Well, can I also say, my goodness, that is a very dark, like, look how, just, my goodness, that thing is doggone black. It's so dark there. All right, so
give the little nose test though.
Yeah, well, I got to drive a little bit later, so I can't drink this thing. But
yeah. And can you imagine these judges were doing that? So take 143 wines, probably 5 or 6 times they're doing this each, not just the sip and spit as they're doing, but even just this. So after a while, they're just kind of walking zombies, even by spitting. They're not drinking.
Okay, all right. Well, the good news is you have plenty of time, and you don't have to sample all 143. But there's plenty of great wine that you can enjoy here at the Portland Seafood and Wine Festival. How is it?
Oh, like with a cheesy crab bread and that kind of stuff.
Did you just take a sip of that? Did you take a sip of that?
I did.
It's 8:21 in the morning, right? I just want to let you know that. Okay.
I'm sorry, New York is 11:21 on Friday?
Like yeah, something like that. All right. Hey, doors open at 2 o'clock today, and it continues through Saturday right here at the Oregon Convention Center. We'll have more info at kptv.com. Well, so Sean is tasting the wine. I think coming up, I'm going to try some of the seafood as we bring you more of the Portland Seafood and Wine Festival coming up in just a bit. Kim, let's send it back to you.
All right, Joe, thank you. Boy, always a popular event. If you're new to the Portland area, great way to taste some of our Northwest wines and great seafood.
Oh, the crab.
Even if you're not new to the area.
Yeah.